Hi, Daddy. What you doing?
You doing the regatta shuffle right now? Oh, a little scullin' and scoopin'. Some conk style and ting. Well, let's go, scullin'. Be careful.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo,
What
what's
up, what
good,
up?
yo? What up, bro?
Chilling. Right
You look
here.
like you on the move like me. Not in
Not
our
go.
natural area, habitat.
Not at all. Not at all.
It's all
Sometimes
good
you gotta switch it up.
every day. That's what I'm trying to tell them now. But Trump and these tariffs, and Canada with the boycotts and the retaliation tariffs and all this thing that's going on. I find that before I even get too deep into that, let me show you what brought it to my attention, would make me want to talk about this week. Here's this interview with on this podcast. Okay, so it's on this State of Daniel podcast, and
Okay.
it's with Lisa McLean. That's the lady over there to the right, and this guy is Boris. Boris, I forgot his last name. So check it out, and then we'll talk about it.
Go
I can
ahead.
play it for you right now.
Do is turn on the TV. Look at your show. It's nothing but fear mongering. That's all the Democrats do. What's inflation doing? What's inflation up or down? Oh, it's down. What's the prices of eggs? Oh, they're down. What's the prices of mortgage? Oh, it's down, right? But we don't cover the positive things. We only cover the negative things to get everyone worked up. So here's two things. This could be a potential problem, but it actually could be a potential long-term solution. But when you don't want to cover the other half and all you talk about is the one half, of course that's what you're going to hear. I would prefer to give both
Chairwoman,
sides of the story. That's what real news people used to do, is they would give both sides of the story. So one side of the story is, yes, potentially on the short term, listen, tariffs could cause us some discomfort, no question. But let's take a look at the long term. Do you think there's any benefits to the long term? I can share with you that there are benefits to the long term if we can get this on a level playing field. And that's
All
what
right, so so he's asking her about the CEO of Ford, I believe it was, talking about that there's going to be a chaotic situation. Trump is causing this chaotic situation with the tariffs, and
Yeah.
that the prices of cars are going to go up some $12,000, right? And he's asking her about it, and as you can hear, she's like, yeah, but why y'all sticking on what some filthy rich company is concerned about when there's a whole other side of this story, like playing the long game? And I was talking to some of the people that I know about with the long game of the tariffs. Now, I don't really care what the 47th president decides to do with
Same here.
his country. You know what I mean? That's his stinks now. He then voted in. That belonged to him. He can do whatever he feel like within the I guess the length of the law, what's legal for him to do. And that's what he exercising right now. That's what he got hired to do. So I mean, you have this I love she said fear mongering. And I believe
Mhm.
that to the core. It's not only fear mongering that we exist in today's culture, right? Today's society. We also live in a state where you are gaslit or pressured into even positive things. Like you have people, and it goes way back. Like how people used to say, if if you don't profess Christianity, we could chop your head off, right? It's it's
Yeah.
really it's really to that level. With the level at which they do it now is like, oh, if you want to make it to heaven, oh, if you want streets of gold, this is to speak to it in a religious sense. But also, if you want to have a healthy relationship, Oh, if you want your marriage to work, you have to this, you have to that. And they push you into these directions in which they want you to go. And at the end of the day, all it is people trying to wake you over, bro. I mean, that's how I feel. Like people just trying to get over on you. They just trying to get that money out your pocket or
Hmm.
that X on the ballot. We look at it. We talk about
I got a slightly different point of view on that. I
oh
agree with what you said. I
let's
agree with
talk.
what you said.
Let's talk.
But for me, this goes back to like, you know, everybody know by now, but not everybody. People that's close to me know by now that my retirement spot is not in the U.S. It's out in Latin country somewhere. I ain't going to disclose the location because my business. All right. But discussing that with family members, and I'm going to bring the point back around. Discussing my plan with family members, all I got was this going to happen, that going to happen. Do they do this? Do they do that? And you know what I come to find out, but they can't do it. They can't do it. They can do it.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
They don't
That's
want it.
I
You know what? They want to do it, but they can't do it. They can't see a way how to make it, how to get it done.
hold,
So
hold,
they
hold on, hold on,
want to
hold
say,
on. My mommy being ghetto. I in the middle of the show. Would you say? Julian? Julian? Lord of mercy. Text me. Text.
right in the middle of the show.
Yeah. But that's yeah, that's my loving mother.
Yeah.
She's
You
always
know,
telling me don't mention on the show. Sorry, finish your talk, bro.
yeah. So, it's a lot of people out there that want to do certain things, that want to make certain moves. They don't know how to. So, misery loves company. That is very real.
Yeah.
That is very real. Ain't everybody built to make decisions on a dime like that. Ain't everybody built to make moves. Everybody want to make moves, but sometimes they don't know how to. And because you figure it out how to do it, that's when the fear mongering comes into play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guaranteed.
I let me switch. I think yeah. I think you need to be on that side because you're talking sense. Anyway, like that peer pressure is so real, and
Yeah.
I call it a gaslight um earlier because and this happens in the industry as well. Like people want you to run in the races where they are strongest at, so they can
hmm
beat you. And
hmm
what I, and that's another way of saying people don't want you to win. Of course, they want you to be in the race because if you're in the race, then there can't be no race, which means there can't be no prize money. If you need no
No,
competition, you need no prize money.
no.
And like I say, when you start looking now at the prize money, then you start to understand or be less stupid when it comes to what what is happening in the world. Okay,
Tyson
so
Knight, yo. Be
yeah,
less stupid.
yeah, be less.
Be less
Sorry,
stupid.
yeah, be less
Yeah,
stupid.
yeah. And for once, it wasn't me that got that disclaimer.
Yeah.
Shit.
Um. So then we look at the tariffs, and I we get so caught up on being anti-Trump or anti-Republican or anti-Democrat or anti-Democrat or anti-this, anti-that, right? That
Mhm.
we judge the whole scenario based on that word which you don't bother with, feelings, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't bother with feelings, right?
Not with not
Not
with
at all.
intention. So for the people who don't understand or need to hear the other side of it, the intention is to raise tariffs or to use the tariffs as a bargaining tool to try to get other countries to do what you want them to do,
hmm
which would work in the benefit of, in this case, the benefit of the United States, right?
Yes. Yes.
Now, of course, it will work in the benefit of the United States because Donald Trump is an American, and it can be working in the favor of Donald Trump and whoever else he wanted to be working in favor of too. Yes, watch the bike, but but
Never lose focus of the bag.
the intention and yes, people get stepped on all the time, but you could get that whether or not you are aware of it or not, whether or not it's being reported on the news or not. In fact, you getting stepped on the hardest when it's not reported by the news. You feel me?
Absolutely.
So thank you, mommy. I appreciate you.
Come on, bring her on the show. Bring her on the show, man.
I got to put her, she would not come on the show. Let me tell you,
Yeah.
she'll come anyway. All right, so I'm talking about the tariffs. So, yeah, that's the intention, right?
Yeah.
And when you take into consideration that the intention is actually a positive thing, you look at where if you uncomfortable with it, don't feel as though you still don't have a choice. You understand? Because like you have the situation. My mommy is so ghetto trash. She will watch the show on the big TV right now. I appreciate you, mommy. I tell you, I appreciate you. I love you. Watch me on the big TV, please.
Yeah. Man.
I might get an Oscar. Watch me on the big TV. Oh, what I was talking about, Jack.
Well, yeah.
What I was talking about, mommy. Because you talk, in the show, you know, why you want to have a full conversation with me?
Paid for a seat on the flight, and my little boy.
She trying to hijack the show because she want to talk about some flight. You need a mic?
No.
She want to be able to
Mic
show
her up.
dad badge, you know.
Mic her up and put her on camera, man.
You give her a mic. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the tariffs. Goodness gracious, man. So, yeah, the tariffs. Where did I leave off? Yes, Donald Trump tariffs, yada, 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 yada. You still have a choice of whether or not you want to rock with the tariffs, even though you may not have, you can't say, all right, Donald Trump, don't do the tariffs. You can't tell him that, right? But if the tariffs cause the price of cars to raise by $12,000, like to do it, the CEO from Ford say, you know what you could do? Don't buy the flipping car.
What? You trying to tell Americans don't be Americans? What's wrong with you, bud?
Don't buy that car. Buy the car that's not $12,000 more.
Not gonna happen. They're gonna buy the car for 12 grand more and then complain about it. You know that. Just have something to say. Just to have something to say.
Fell mother freeze. Like I don't even know if the price of eggs goes up to $100,000. You could go and spend $100,000 on eggs.
No, I can start buying chicken.
That's
live
live
chicken.
Or chase down chicken. Chicken's still running wild in some places, you know.
Absolutely.
So don't buy the eggs. Like people act as if they have no choice.
You're asking too much of the people, bro, because that right there is called common sense. And if it was common, everybody would have it.
Okay, so if it ain't common sense, because I did go to college. Right? I did do macro and micro economics. And the most basic rule in economics, that's them flies being ghetto to a
mosquito, bro.
Oh, mosquitoes being ghetto.
You know, they like to bite stuff that's sweet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
The most basic law in economics is supply and demand.
Yep.
And if you understand that how supply and demand works, then you would get why Canada is putting a whoop tail on this tariff situation right now. It's because let me tell you something. Whenever you see the part of Canada up in Halifax, right? The Maritimes. Now, if you know anything but Maritimes, you have sailors live in the Maritimes. Children of sailors live in the Maritimes. What do sailors do? They do two things a lot.
Mhm.
A lot, a lot.
Sail and cuss. Go
Cuss,
ahead. Yeah,
cuss,
yeah,
and drink,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I just found out that Appleton rum
Hmm.
is the rum they use to get screeched in, and that have a whole history of trading um, um, codfish for Jamaican rum, and that rum
Hmm.
was cheap rum back in the day, and codfish was the cheapest thing of a fish, and they used to trade. So they known for drinking and
Hmm.
cussing, right?
Yeah.
They then remove all American brands of alcohol out of the liquor stores, son,
In Canada,
in Canada, in Halifax.
Halifax.
But
Okay.
in the NSLT, the Nova Scotia liquor stores, all the in Nova Scotia, actually, all of Nova Scotia, all the Nova Scotia liquor stores have removed the alcohol off the shelves.
You think that was a wise move? Just asking.
You know what? Yes. You know why?
All right. Mm.
You know why? And this is a whole nother show topic, but they about to go into elections too, and they have a lot of ground to make up for the dislike Canada has for Justin Trudeau, who is part of the Liberal Party, and now that he has stepped down, they have a new Liberal leader for that party, and he trying to get in and make a show for so that he can be possibly elected as the
Well,
next prime minister.
hey, once he get in, no,
Yeah,
no, nothing else to like man from Nassau running over there. Quick, they over there now. They really gonna run over there now. As a matter of fact, they already start running.
I don't know. I don't know because the whole thing is, and this is what I'm talking about. Um, I'm right. Business is always business. So, however, patriotism is a business too because being patriotic is also branding. That's also how you sell a lot of flags, a lot of T-shirts, a lot of the Canadian way, a lot of I am Canadian and proud. That's a business too. Y'all
Mhm.
don't you have to look at the whenever you're talking about the money, it's always some type of calculation to this thing, right? In chaos comes opportunity,
Yep, all the time.
and nobody loves a chaotic situation better than government. They thrive on chaos, bro. It's like news. The more dumb stupidness going on, the more hard killing and crime and negative things happening in the world, the higher their ratings. And that doesn't just speak to the governments or speak to the news station. It speaks to our mentality because we
Hmm.
watch it. It's us who
All
eating it.
day,
We eating
all
the
day.
$9 eggs. Since my
Twelve
viewers,
dollars. $12, sir. $12.
my my beautiful
12.
mom treated me to breakfast the other day
Twelve
and
dollars.
at Atlantis,
Mm-hmm.
the buffet. And for the two of us, it was like 110.
What?
The whole morning breakfast, including Valley Park, and probably 120, $130, right?
Oh, yeah. What you ate?
And
What you ate?
I taste every day.
That's what they say.
but
Every got an eggs in it. You want it.
but that's the thing. That's why that's why I'm mentioning it. Um, she said since eggs are so expensive, she wants to pay for someone to make it and serve it to her. So I ain't gonna lie, she eat a lot of eggs, Benedict and stuff like that for real, right?
Mm.
But I want you to understand something. That's another chaotic situation that got us to $120 outing for breakfast.
Ah,
People, not everybody out here have the same builds,
yeah,
value for money.
yeah.
Like not to say my mom is rich because she's not rich, but she
But her
got to treat
son is.
herself nice.
But but what her son is. Her son rich. So she want to go out and eat eggs. Everything
No,
eggs.
my mommy is
Everything
do
eggs.
my mom is do way more for me than I do for her, right? But and I love her for it. But
Oh boy.
The thing about it, okay, back to the tariffs in the boycott situation.
You dropped it real quick.
No, but I'm saying, okay, so right now, and the only thing governments, or the fast, let me say the only thing, but the fastest thing government respond to is boycotts, bro. Numbers. They don't respond too much to, like, what they call them, those protests. They allow people to scream in the streets all they want.
Yeah.
But when you see people stop spending money on what they want them to spend money on, which boycott that is? How did which boycott go?
This boy sending all kind of questions that he get on the show.
I know, man. You have the link, Pop in.
Like, man, pop in, and pop back out. We know you doing your thing. Pop in and pop back out. Bro.
Oh! But the boycott on Canadian liquor. I mean, U.S. liquor being sold in Canadian stores. That and all the things that it ain't only the liquor. Let me tell you something. They have a whole campaign. Go on TikTok and do Canadian. But you should search just Canadian boycotts America or something like that. You would see all the things that Canadians stop buying, and they protest like how unions do it. Like if you know we call a protest and you show up, if you say we boycotting, let's say we boycotting, let me say something safe, coconuts, boycotting coconuts, and you show up to work with a coconut or walking through the store with a coconut, and we know you as a Canadian, or we know you as a part of this union, you're supposed to be doing what you can do, your hip could get cut. You could get rolled out. And that's how they carry it. They will shun you. They see you up in walking through the food store aisles, picking up something that's American and not Canadian. You getting
So let me ask. What exactly in Canada is considered Canadian?
Oh yeah, man. Well, they have Canadian liquor, like one of their
Besides that,
this is Crown Royal.
besides that.
Oh, lots of things. There's Canadian beef. Okay, let me show you how powerful it is. The McDonald's in Canada, right now, you look at the McDonald's, especially in Nova Scotia, since these start happening, and Canadians start boycotting things, they leave all of the fast food restaurants that had American brands and started going to Tim. Well, not Tim's, because Tim's in Canadian. I think they said Tim's was in Canadian, and they was telling people which stores, which restaurants, who is Canadian from who ain't Canadian.
Gotcha.
Right? They was telling us a campaign, and they but the McDonald's stores. So what they had to do, this is how effective it is. When the pockets start hurting, bro, that's what you got to do. Not yelling in the street. Hurt people pocket
all the time.
The McDonald's says they have up on their signs, on their big signs under that big golden arches, all Canadian beef. 100% Canadian beef, all 100% Canadian potatoes, bro. Trust me.
They're losing their business.
They never was saying that before. They never had that to say before. 100% Canadian beef, 100%. We work with Canadian farmers, so they trying to say all the tomatoes, the onions. Hold on, what it is? 2 all beef patty, special sauce, pickles, cheese, onions, so the sesame seed, but everything Canadian.
My boy reciting the 1993 McDonald's commercial. Yo.
All the lettuce, everything, all Canadian, because that's the power of the boycott. You remember when black people was boycotting Starbucks? The apology come quick. And then they gone right back to it, but that's the point. The point is, and this is like this why I mean I went to a protest. A protest I almost get locked up at, right? Well, I was trying to lock up. No, this was in Nassau. This is when they were selling BTC, I believe. They were selling BTC. And we pushed down the railings. Well, I didn't really push down the railings. I was ready to push down the railings. But I small, so they was pushing from behind me. They pushed me on the railings down.
Okay, there you go.
And there's this
So,
big police officer. He picked me up off the ground like this. and one of them stupid police officers was behind him talking about, yeah, you so stupid. You lock up. Now you lock up. Look. I'm like, but I ain't push nothing. I just get pushed. How you gonna lock me up? Yeah, you lock up. It's like, you foolish. But my face was good. The dude just put me on the side and say, hey, go. Right?
get out of here.
I break off running. But the noise in the street don't do jack.
No, it don't.
Right? And back to the tariffs now. Because with all of these delays and change of dates, we will postpone the tariffs that we put on this country and that country for another couple of months. Yada, yada, yada. That show me that this isn't about actually hurting other countries with the tariffs. This do it, what I suspect, go out on a limb here. What I suspect is that the American economy, more so the Treasury, is in a lot of trouble. And I think
So this is their way of building it
Trump is
back.
doing some serious damage control right now. I think he is in overdrive of damage control. Now, I could be completely wrong. He could just be setting up shop to make a killing. I'm sure he made a killing the last time he was trying to top that this lap. But as far as it affects us, you look at us in the Caribbean. We have the champion of the Caribbean right now, Mia Motley. You know who that is? That's the they don't have prime minister no more because they roll out the queen a couple of years ago or a year ago. Yeah, but she rolled them out cold. Yeah, the king can't come around there joking either. They're a republic now, so they have a president. She's the president, right?
Right.
And apparently there's a what did she say? They said either CARICOM. Anyway, they saying jump to America's beat or we could take your diplomatic visas. And she say, take it then. I mean, she said it. She said it. She said it in a very political way. She's very PC about it, right? But she basically said, if you have to take it, then take it. But she will not fold to the detriment of Barbados or the detriment of the Caribbean. Now, what I do notice, something she said in her speech, I should have pulled it up. Something she said in her speech, she said something about her, about hoping to be speaking on behalf of all of her male counterparts, because CARICOM has a history of one person get up and saying, yes, we all together, we doing this, we standing together, we gonna boycott, or we could protest and stand as one. And then a couple other, I remember there's one situation where Jamaica jumped ship, say, and then this next country can jump ship, yeah, we ain't trying to get treated like Cuba and get,
no,
because America is exercising boycotting very smartly and in full effect. That's why a lot of places in problems.
Yeah, go ahead and feel yourself. When it's time for support, yeah, we're in there. That's how America rolls, like.
But let's bring it back to everyday life situations in terms of people trying to pull you into their pool so they can drown you, right? They know the deep end.
Boy, that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, they know the deep end, so they put you right in there so they can drown you. And I think a lot of men end up getting themselves trapped in these scenarios, but they feel as though you have to make, you don't have a choice, right? Like in And yes, what you were saying, your situation is about
So,
retirement.
yeah. Yeah, I was saying that in the near future, my retirement is not going to be in this country. It's going to be outside of this country, Latin America somewhere. And me just discussing that this much with some people I know, they tell me everything that can go potentially go wrong about that. Like things can go wrong right here, and then come to find out, they want to do the same. They just can't do it.
Yeah.
They don't know. They don't know how. You
And
know.
it just shows, it points to a whole lack. I mean, there you go. They don't know how. It ain't like, they might not even be like they can't do it. It's just that they don't
They can't
know
see the
how.
way out. They don't see the way out, bro. Just don't
And
see the way out.
when we don't
Okay.
know things, and if I go ahead.
No, no, no. For me, bro, personally, I wasn't designed to run this rat race until he can't run no more. You understand? Me
Mm,
personally, I want to get out while I still have life left in me,
hmm
still have a drive left in me. I can still see my way to enjoy life, not just sitting up
mm, yeah,
receiving whatever
yeah.
anybody or anything comes my way.
I
You
mean,
understand?
I wanted to really point to the fact that people just say whatever they feel like saying, even though they don't know Jack. Like how they could tell you what could go wrong, how they could say what will
You want to know how?
happen.
I gonna
Yes.
tell you. I gonna tell you right now because that's the same shit they hear from someone else who ain't never been nowhere. It's a continuous stupid process, bro. They listen to other
Mm,
people. They listen to other people who ain't never been nowhere either. Ain't
mm,
that crazy? And then it's like when you try to show them a way out, they tell you every. Keep in mind now, they ain't have no way out. They ain't have no way
mhm.
out to begin with. So you trying to broaden their horizons to new possibilities that's out there. I tell everybody the world is a big place, bro. You know this. You travel a lot too. I travel
Yeah,
also. Can't travel. The
huge.
world is a big place. A lot of people feel as if where they at and what they know, that's the end of that. You understand?
Yeah,
It's not. It's not, bro.
it's
It's
big
not.
and it's different.
It's
What
so different.
happening? Yeah, what is happening here or in your environment is a totally different scenario someplace else.
Like the egg situation over in Latin America, they ain't experiencing that. You know
The
why?
cost
You
of
know. You know
living
why?
here in Nassau.
You know why they ain't experiencing it? Because they got actual chickens. Because it's a way of life and culture for them. So the actual chickens are on the farm laying eggs, and that ain't nothing that they just start doing. That's something what they've been doing because that's integrated into their culture.
But
You, you see what I'm saying? How that don't affect them?
yeah, but you know why? You know why? Okay, let's say in Nassau, because I am here now. You know why not as many people farm chickens as they used to back in the day?
Go ahead. How?
Because
Why,
it's
man?
cheaper. It's cheaper to buy it when it's being mass produced.
But what
And
happened
now,
when it ain't produced no more?
what happens? What happens when you become reliant on that? And a
And they
dude like
take.
Trump slap you with tariffs, or say we are not selling any more chickens to the
You know
Bahamas.
what? Though,
What
Dyson,
happens
but
then?
that's everything, though. That's everything. See, a lot of people don't understand this, right? The government and just companies in general will have you relying on stuff and getting used to it. They spoon feed you these things, and then when they yank it out from underneath you, you
On
don't
it,
know what to do. So you know what
on
you do
it.
now? You panic and you fall in line.
Mm-hmm.
What you should have been doing is preparing for moments like that. And it goes back to what I say. A lot of people want to make moves, but they didn't prepare for it. Very important word. Prepare, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
Prepare. That's a very
yeah,
important word.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Boycotting.
And then they look at you to have sympathy on them because they're unprepared. No, it don't work that way, man. It don't work that way. You know me. I don't have no sympathy on nobody.
Even even for people who are unprepared, because when we talk about retirement, we're talking about that nest egg, about having some savings, having some funds, right?
Hmm.
Even if you haven't prepared and you have a solid stock of money, right?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
still don't limit choices. You can, it's a word, and so, oh shoot, I know I should have write this down. But the word is sacrifice. That I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but someone said something. It said that the only time a sacrifice can be called a sacrifice is if it causes an inconvenience to you. The only time you could call it a sacrifice is if it causes some inconvenience, some discomfort to you.
I don't necessarily agree with that because I could counter that with there shouldn't have to be a sacrifice. You prepare.
Ah,
I can counter that.
that's who said it. Yes, yes, I think she said it. And, and I said that time and time again in one particular relationship. I say, you talk about sacrifices as if they it's like a massage, like it's something pleasant. Like you have to get a sacrifice is when you give something up that you actually need. I mean, you don't agree?
No, I
Let
don't.
me ask Google. Let me ask Google to tell us what sacrifice means.
I don't care what Google say. I get Google say. I don't care about that.
Sacrifice. One, an act of slaughtering an animal or person, or even that, even number one, an act of slaughtering an animal or person, or surrendering a possession as an offering to a deity, right? So
Mm.
you the sacrifice is a slaughtering, right? It's like you have to make, and that's why a lot of people can't boycott, because boycotting is to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice not eating your scrambled eggs, or sacrifice not having egg as an ingredient in your whatever. You know what I mean? Like you as a man, you probably have your two boiled eggs in the morning, or yeah.
Every single morning.
And it would be a lot. It would be a sacrifice for you to have the to say, you know what, I boycotting the eggs because the egg price is too much. I'm not having two boiled eggs no more. Screw y'all and y'all eggs. People ain't prepared for that though.
You know what another thing that people ain't prepared for? Nobody anticipates that one day they're going to be old. Nobody.
Mm.
No, think about that. Nobody. When you're young, and you should be preparing. Nobody anticipates when they get old, and when you get old, the problems that come along with that. Nobody, bro. People think you're going to be young forever.
And the money
You
can
got,
keep coming forever.
and the money going to keep coming forever. You got to understand that at some point, that shit's going to cut off. But not necessarily so. You know, if you prepare, once again, prepare. If you prepare for the future, you could pretty much string it along so far. But you get to a point in life and age where you don't have the drive anymore to do it. You don't want to do it, though.
Yeah,
You don't want to do it anymore.
it's there.
You know what I mean? But hey,
Mm.
that's what it is, man.
I like these two, Sabria. The act of giving up something that is valuable to you in order to help someone else. I think that's the one. Even to help your own self, bro. I guess that's the second one. To give up something for something else considered more important. Values, core values,
You know what's so funny, bro?
decent values. That's
You
what we.
remember you remember on season one, we had a show on investments, right?
Yeah.
And I made a comment on season one. I said, listen, $7 a day. You remember that?
Yep.
Do you know if people had followed that, not this day, next month, they would have had $11,000 by now?
Let me
Real
check
talk.
my account.
You'd had $11,000 by now.
Nice. I didn't spend that though. I know. No. I
You know,
tuition.
you know how
That's
I
not.
know? You
Mhm.
know how I know?
Because that's what you're
Because
doing.
the investment that I'm in, that's how much it yield from when I mentioned that to next month what it's going to be. That's
Nice.
one of the investments,
Nice.
and that's passive.
Hmm.
That's just sitting there in the background. You know what I mean? But people don't listen, bro. People just don't listen, bro. I mean, it is what it is.
All right. Well, man, we got another. We always like to end. Believe it or not, we like to end the show 45. It's supposed to be a 45-minute show. Past couple of shows we've been going way past the 45-minute mark. Um, but I think we could keep it in tight. Money, people think it hard, especially now with the credit card, to discipline themselves to make sacrifice. Discipline is also another form of sacrifice.
Yep.
To discipline themselves to one, take the time to do what needs to be done. Like for instance, I catch myself procrastinating for a time being in moving my brokerage account from one bank to a bank that has better rates, right? It's just the whole headache of going through the process of having to put in all this information, have to do all that to move the account over.
Which is
And
like which is like 10 minutes.
ah, it 10 minutes of time. Yeah, 10 minutes of time. Yeah, because
Yeah.
then they call you back if they have any issues or whatever the case may be. It's easier for people who aren't Bahamian because I
Hmm.
mean, I guess if you go to I think it's C file here in the Bahamas, they handle it pretty efficiently.
Hmm.
But just simple, yes, that same little 10 minutes. It seems like too much to give up, too big of a sacrifice. It calling for
Yep.
too much mental space. You know what I mean? And I think we need to get past that because what we end up doing when we think that something is either too difficult, too complicated, too inconvenient, um, we end up just going with whatever or believing whatever people say we should go with.
That
And
part.
that's what this lady, Lisa McLean, is talking about now. If you keep feeding the people that, oh, the tariffs is going to be some big scary thing and we are going to fall into a big hole and not be able to crawl ourselves back out, you are actually going to cause the recession. You are actually will be the facilitator. And then after you facilitated this drop in the economics of America, you're going to blame the Trump administration, but it wasn't them. It was really that people were afraid. So they
That's the
stopped
plan, bro.
spending. They
That's the
stopped
plan.
doing this.
That's the
Or
plan.
or they mask spend. Like how people buy out all the stores of toilet paper the other day.
Remember that? That's the stupidest shit in the world. Like, but,
Literally.
but
people
yeah,
people
yeah,
still
yeah.
got some old flicking,
No,
probably wet up.
no pun
Wet.
intended. Stupidest shit ever. Yeah.
Because eh, it's good to be prepared, but you gotta be smart. I mean, coming from a country that has hurricanes, we know about going in the store and having to stock up, right? And the shelves getting buy out and stuff like that. But who always wins in those situations? That's why I say
The
in
store.
every chaotic in chaos, there's opportunity. Yes, sir. And if you follow the bag to find out who owns the stores, you a lot of times you take it full circle to whoever was screaming wolf.
But listen, I remember when COVID first was coming in, and I was literally in Walmart, right? Hang on, I just Walmart shopping. I watch people through the toilet paper aisle all over the floor, like
Fighting.
and in my mind, right, was I logical as hell? I was like, what's the big obsession with cleaning your ass during COVID? Don't you need to eat? You know what I mean? Don't you need like water to drink? Because at first the water aisle and the canned food aisle, they was full, but the
Mm,
toilet paper aisle, empty,
gone.
boss. They
Man,
fighting you over toilet paper. I don't understand the mindset.
I believe it is be like some psychological tests that
Gotta
they
be,
and experiments they'd be running on the
gotta
masses
be.
to see how much of a clutch they have on you. Like how stupid is society right now? Let's see.
So
Let's
stupid.
tell them. Let's tell them they gonna run out of tissue and they gonna have to wipe their bungie with banana leaf. Oh,
But they
oh
have,
yeah, with the
but
yarn,
they have.
with the yarn. Hmm. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Can't do that. You know, you're gonna have some toilet paper soup.
Anyway, so let me tell you in the conclusion, I'll talk about what my mom wanted me to talk about.
Yeah.
Saying there's a lady went and bought her seat on the airline because she wanted a window seat. And when she got to her seat, someone child was inside the chair.
All right.
And the person got angry because she demanded to have her seat. Um, I don't know
Yeah,
how
that
that.
child, that child gotta go.
Yeah, I don't know how that make anything. It ain't a seat. And if
Yeah, you gotta go. I don't care if it's a child. You gotta go.
yeah, yeah, it, it don't make no sense. I mean, I get it, but here's the kicker. The kicker is
Hmm.
that one of the parents of the child was sitting in a window seat,
Okay.
and the parents was complaining or upset that the lady didn't want to give away the window seat, give her window seat, and not that the woman even needed a reason to not want to give away her seat, right? But she had a good reason, and I understood it completely because I am very happy to be in a window seat when I know I dog tired from traveling long periods of time. You just want to rest your head on the side and flip in, knock out.
Dog. Hey, listen. I'm more than happy just to be on the plane and be safe in line. I ain't care where I say. I just want to hit the line. I listen because I never comfortable on a plane regardless. And I fly
Yeah,
on jumbo jets. I fly on first class, all that stuff. And to me, I ain't never comfortable because I in the air and
yeah,
someone flying me somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And one little mistakes, that's the end of that. So for me, I can't fall asleep. I can't fall asleep.
yeah,
Not like I could do something if I help, but I'm saying.
yeah. I got to deal with this airline right now. They break my flipping bag coming in, and I just realized it was broken. Anyway,
Oh yeah.
the takeaway from the show for me today, I can wrap it up, is we in a little trade war. You know,
Hmm.
anytime government change, um, you get some bacchanal, some melee have to take place, you know, because they have to shift some stuff around. They have to reposition everyone to see who is going to get what and divvy out business according to who contributed to the campaign the most. That's the reason why you see an Elon Musk everywhere, right?
True,
Um,
dude.
and we've been doing that for eons. We've been making this transition for eons, right? It's nothing new. You should expect it. I don't see the sense in being one of them people who is complaining because complaining makes them feel good. And when you start complaining with something you expect that you know is going to happen every time, then you only complaining to make yourself feel good, especially if you just a loudmouth protester and you ain't ready to make the sacrifice and boycott. So, me personally,
Yeah, that's your personally.
stop being a dumb,
Ass.
yeah, and at
Stop being a
least,
dumbass. Yo, stop being a
yeah,
dumbass.
at least prepare yourself for both sides of the story. What Lisa McLean was saying, there's short-term effects, brace for that. And the long-term effects, prepare for that.
Yes, sir.
But for goodness sake, nobody want to hear excessive, consistent, consistent, non-stop flipping complaining dread.
Nobody.
That's why I don't
Nobody.
watch the news. I don't watch news. I don't read the newspaper. And we grew up in that era where they're saying you dumb if you don't know what's happening around you. Let me be dumb to that regard then, because what's happening around me is stupid.
Yes. Not only that, right? I tell there's a lot of people too. Like, this time it seemed that overwhelmingly Trump got selected to run the country this time. It ever dawned on anybody's mind that people just was tired of the shit overall? It's like I'm not saying he's necessarily liked, but people was tired of the direction of how things was going.
Yeah.
So the only other choice was him.
Yep. Yep.
You,
Yep.
you know what I mean? Like
And
I
they're
tell
still
everybody,
scrambling. The Democrats
and
still
it's
scrambling.
still scrambling. I mean, I don't understand how people think, but in the time that Kamala and all those was in, or whatever her name is, whatever, Biden, whatever, don't you all see the foolishness that was going on when they were in power? Can you all imagine another 4 years of that? Where it
Yeah.
would be now at this point?
Yeah.
Come on now. I ain't saying Trump is the best choice. I'm just trying to say that it's time to get back to normality, man.
Normality to me is to graze your own flipping chicken and collect the eggs on the pen. When the chicken hatch, it will later dug in the egg. Like
Hey, don't worry about it. Listen, in a couple of years, I can
you,
invite you out to
you
my
know it.
chicken farm
You know it. Let me go pluck some flipping chicken.
right
Oh,
away,
cause I ain't about this life, man. My fishing line ready. I don't even need a fishing rod.
right?
In fact, I need to learn how to make them net out of sisal.
And that's what
I
I was
mean,
telling you. That's what I was telling you the other day we was talking offline. The reason why I'm moving out that side, away from all the bullshit, because it's just a way of life that's lost, bro.
yeah,
And it's never coming back as far as the new world is concerned.
yeah. Well, let's talk some
I
more.
try to move away from that, man.
I mean, when you going again? During the Christmas
I said,
time again?
no, I probably going before that, but 5 years or so, bro. I trying to retire, bro. I out here, bro.
No, I mean when you gonna your next visit. Anyway,
Oh,
we
whatever.
talk about it off. We talk about it off the show. We talk about it
We
off the
talk
show.
offline.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right. This has been Tariffs versus Boycott, episode 7 of season 2 on the Sup'm Show. We out, y'all. Don't be
These,
stupid.
these mosquitoes driving me crazy right now.
Send them to bite up the stupid people, because that's
Yeah,
what like
yeah,
mosquitoes and they like. I don't get it. Peace out.
yeah. Yo.